Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's been almost about 10 or 10, 12 days since I made a video last weekend. I have been sick, quite sick lately. I had throat infections, so I couldn't really speak. Still, my voice is not there. There's still what to do. I'm still taking the medicine and stuff. A lot has happened over the last 2 weeks in the world of football, whether it be the Classico, the FA Cups, the Christmas break is over, the leagues were back. Unfortunately, I couldn't make videos regarding that. But Bundesliga is back, and it came back with a bang. Dortmund losing that big game against Leverkusen, Bayern Munich winning, getting that, continuing that title charge. On the top of the table, a lot of stuff happened in the middle of the table, and as I said, the games are gonna now come thick and fast. It's the second half of the season has started really well, so let's go ahead and see how they continue. It's Matchday 17 in the Bundesliga, so let's make our prediction. The first game this week Tuesday night is gonna be Hoffenheim versus Borussia Dortmund. It is 17th versus 8th. Now Hoffenheim, they have been one of the poorest teams of the season, to be very honest with you. They lost their game over the weekend as well after the Christmas break, and overall they have not really played that good. They are really fighting for a survival. They came in the league this year, but they have not really showed up, if I'm being very honest with you. Playing against a Dortmund side, they lost over the weekend. It was a home game against Leverkusen. It was a big defeat for them. They're now 8th in the table, 25 points. I said before, before the Christmas break that the title is well and truly gone for Borussia Dortmund. They are really fighting for those Champions League places, and the way that they are playing and the way that the amount of games they are losing, it is looking really tough for Borussia Dortmund, to finish in those Champions League places. I think it will be a close game of football. Both these teams really need a win, but just because Dortmund, having those, unfortunately, the level, they are quite above as compared to Hoffenheim. Even though they are the away side, I just think Dortmund are going to have enough in the locker, and they are going to get the win. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Borussia Dortmund. Up next, it's Wolfsburg versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's 10th versus 11th. Both these teams are, on the same number of points. They have won the same number of games, same number of defeats, same number of draws. So they are basically the same. Just Wolfsburg have a better goal difference. So they are above Mönchengladbach. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be a very close game. Both these teams are still in contention for those European places. They are just 3 points behind the sixth place team. So as I said, they are really looking forward to somehow maybe get into those European places, and I think that is gonna be a big thing in this game. But I think unfortunately in this game I just don't see a winner. I think we're very close game, a hard fought game, but we are not gonna get a winner. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Wolfsburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Moving on, it's a big game. It's Leverkusen versus a Mainz. It is 2nd versus a 5th. Now Leverkusen have been on a quite a good run recently before the Christmas break, and they have continued that after the Christmas break with that big win over Borussia Dortmund over the weekend. They are just 4 points behind Bayern Munich, so they are looking like the real threat at the moment for that title charge. Playing against a Mainz side who are 9 points behind, Bayern Munich in the title chart, so you cannot really rule them out as well at the moment. 9 points are really nothing. If we are talking about the title charge, they can make it up. If I'm being very honest with you, I think we are very close game. And Mainz, not only the title charge, they would really love to be in those in the Champions League places as well. So I think it will be a very close game. But Leverkusen being home and the confidence that they are in at the moment, I think they are gonna get the win. They are gonna get over the line. I think we have a very close game and an entertaining game as well. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Bayer Leverkusen. Up next, it's Frankfurt versus Freiburg. It is 3rd versus 6th. Now, both these teams are having a really good season. Both these teams have been the surprise packages of this season, because nobody really thought they were going to do this good at the start of the season. But they have both surprised everybody. I think it will be quite an interesting game. Frankfurt are 3rd. They are 9 points behind Bayern Munich. So you can say they are somehow in the title charge as well. Freiburg, they are 6th. They are 12 points behind Bayern Munich. It is a long shot, but maybe they are in the title race as well. You never really know with the way that the league is going this season. I think it will be quite an interesting game. Freiburg really need to win this game because there are so many teams behind them waiting for them to pounce on their mistake and take them out of those European places and get themselves in those European places. I think it will be quite an interesting game. But I think Frankfurt, being the way that they play, they went into the Christmas break with a quite not in not a good form, but they came back. They won their opening game, and I think they are going to continue their winning run this against Freiburg as well. I think it will be a good game. It will be a game full of goals, and it will be quite entertaining as well, because both these teams like to play attacking football. But I think in the end, Frankfurt are going to nick it. I'm going for quite an entertaining 3-2 win for Frankfurt. Then it's another big game. It's 18th versus 14th. It's Bochum versus Pauli. Bochum are right at the bottom of the table. They have just won once this season, and it came quite late for them as well. They were lost over the weekend as well. They are playing against a Pauli side who are 14 in the league. And for some reason they are not really good when they are at home. If I'm being very honest with you, they lost over the weekend as well. When they were the home side, now they are away and they are going away to Bochum. I think this is going to be one of those games where both these teams are going to look at it and they're going to think that this is the game where we need to get the 3 points. But the way that Bochum have played this season, I just don't see it. If I'm being very honest with you, Pauli, when they are the away side, especially against the teams where they think they can get something out of it, I think they are really dangerous, and I think this is going to be one of those games. I think Pauli are going to come at Bochum's home and they are going to take all the 3 points. Unfortunately for Bochum, I think it will be quite an entertaining game, but in the end, I think Pauli are going to win it. I'm going for a 2-1 win for St. Pauli. Moving on, it is Werder Bremen versus Heidenheim. It is 9th versus 13th. Now Werder Bremen, they ended, they went into Christmas break with a really good form. After coming back, they lost their opening game. So there's a little bit, they would hope that that was just a one-off and they can get back to winning ways. They are playing against an Heidenheim side who, on the opposite, they finally won a game. After the Christmas break, they went into the Christmas break with a dismal form, losing every game. Every single week they were losing the games, so they would be really, and they would hope that this winning run can continue. They are 16 in the table, and that win over the weekend was very, very important for them, very crucial for them. That has given them a bit of space between them and the bottom two, but they are still in that dangerous position, and I just don't think they are going to win against Werder Bremen. I don't think, unfortunately for them, they are going to be able to continue that winning run. I think they are going to lose, and I think Bremen are somehow going to nick it. I think it'll be a very close, very hard fought game, but I just don't see too many goals in this game. But I think Bremen are going to nick it. I'm going for a 1-0 home win for Werder Bremen. Moving on, it's Union Berlin versus Augsburg. It is 12th versus 13th. Now, both these teams are really, really struggling. They were struggling before the Christmas break. They have continued that. They've come back and they've continued to lose the games as well. They are in that peculiar position where they are they are not really safe. If I'm being very honest with you, with that from those relegation places, they're like just 3 or 4 points above those relegation places. And I think this game is going to be quite a boring one. If I'm being very honest with you, both these teams are not really playing to their level. They are up to their potential, and I think we are going to see a boring draw in this game. I'm going for a 0-0 draw between Union Berlin and Augsburg. Then it's quite a big one, if I'm being very honest with you. It's a Stuttgart versus Leipzig. It's 7th versus 4th. Both these teams are, really fighting for something at the moment. Stuttgart really want to get back into those Champions League places. I don't think, if you look at the points, they are somehow still in that title charge. But I just don't think they are mentally there, and I don't think they have the score to really go ahead and challenge the teams above them. So their main title, main goal is going to be somehow get back into those Champions League places or European places. I think that is going to be their sorry about that. I think that is going to be their aim for the rest of the season, playing against a Leipzig side who have somehow faltered, but they would really hope they can come back and really seriously challenge for that title. They're 9 points behind Bayern Munich. They are 5 points behind Leverkusen. So, and I personally think they are still in that title charge. 9 points, like 3 games is nothing. If I'm being very honest with you, and the way that the league is going, anything can happen. If I'm being very honest with you, and I think Leipzig are really in that title charge, just as I think Frankfurt are in that title charge as well. I think it will be quite an entertaining game, quite an interesting game, but I just think Leipzig now really have that hunger. They really want to show that potential that they have, and I think that is what's going to take them over the line. I really think it is going to be quite one of the best games over the weekend. We may not get that many goals, but I think the way that the game is going to be played, it's going to be quite interesting. And I think Leipzig are going to nick it in the end. I'm going for a 2-1 win for RB Leipzig. And the last game of a match day 17 in the Bundesliga is Bayern Munich versus Hoffenheim. It is 1st versus 15th. Bayern Munich, they've continued, staying at top. They have a 4-point advantage over Leverkusen. They won over the weekend against St. Pauli as well. They are playing against an Hoffenheim side who are 15 in the table. They are, just a point above Heidenheim, who are, in the 16th. So they would really, really hope that, they somehow get away from that. They really don't want to fall in that relegation scrap. But at the moment, it is looking really, really tough for them. They are not playing really good football, and unfortunately for them, it's an away game. They are going away to Allianz Arena, and I just don't see any other result apart from their defeat. If I'm being very honest with you, I think Bayern Munich know how important these games are. The players really want to get back to winning that title, and I think it is going to happen. If I'm being very honest with you, I think it's going to be quite an easy game for them. They know Leverkusen are on their heels, and as I said, for me, Frankfurt and Leipzig are still in that title race. So I think Bayern Munich cannot really afford to drop any points, and I don't think they are going to drop points in this game. I think it will be quite an easy game, quite an easy win. I'm going for quite a simple, quite an easy 3-0 win for Bayern Munich. And with that, my predictions for match day 17 are done. We're going to see how many of them are correct and how many of them are wrong at the end of the match day. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions in the comments below, and make your predictions in the comment section as well. And we'll see who had the better predictions at the end of the match day. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course, subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible. So please go ahead and help the channel out. Until next time, bye-bye.